Well, hello, pickpickers and street punchers. This is JuryDutySummons, and welcome back. So, as you can see, it's between last episode and this episode. Why am I drifting? There we go. I have done a few things. I have done a thing to the things. Okay, so I added a capacitor here to act as a bit of a buffer for this furnace, because having this furnace powered is very key to this system. And if there is a super heavy drain on this system, this furnace will go dead and the whole thing will stop. So 5 million RF will keep this guy going for a long time and give, you know, if it's running offline, I'm not around, it'll at least run a while. For that end, I have added an exporter and a cable to my my refined storage system. So this cable here runs behind the wall, down to here, up and into the room, up here. I don't know, somewhere over here. Where'd the cable go? Yeah, there it goes. So it goes down here. Oh, this is not good. There we go. Whoops. So yeah, it runs from down there, across there, under there. It was quite the cable run to not run this like straight across something. Kind of hide it a little bit, and I don't know. It can look a little bit awkward. So yeah, it's buried a bit under the ground, and it pops out of the wall here. This exporter is set to oak wood, and it pumps into an item buffer, which has a 3x3 area for wood. So this will keep, this right here with 3-speed upgrades, will keep this full of wood when this system is running at full tilt. So it's not running now because I have everything turned off, but if it were running, that would keep up. I could, you know, I guess I could turn this on pretty quick. Oh yeah, another thing is I added a enchanted book with Fortune 3, which I made using, well, Ender IO has a neat little crafting table that I used, so that was good. And then I added a item filter because I figured out that I was wrong about how it works. So an item filter can be turned into a blacklist, and this is what I'm blacklisting. I'm blacklisting clay because I have more than I will ever need, and so I just blacklisted it. And these are the other things I just don't need a lot of. So I blacklisted those, and my system is, whoa, that's, I don't want to put that in there. That's not a good idea. Oh, come on. There we go. Put that in there. So now when it comes across the diamond or redstone or something like that, it's just going to get a lot more of it. So, yeah. Coal and diamonds, maybe like additional items. Yeah, so not that we need more coal because we're not really using coal, but yeah, so that's good. So you might be wondering how my tree farm is doing, keeping up with this. Well, it's 1/4 of the tree of the farm upstairs, and it seems to be keeping up. It makes wood faster than this system can burn it. So I could potentially build another one of these systems for another 4,000 RF. But I think I want to do something else for the next stage of power. But we'll get into that some other video. I haven't quite figured out how all that works. I do a little bit off camera to figure out how things work, and then I, you know, record a video. So yeah, anyway. This system right here will drain about half the power, and I ran a cable up there for something else, and I will show you what that is. So let's do this trick. Wonk! I'm here! Okay, so I made a room. This room, fluid XP in there. Anyway, this room is a spawner. I have been spawning Endermen in here, and I'll show you how I built it. Like I sometimes do, is I build the thing first when I don't know exactly how it works, so I have plenty of time to fiddle around and break things, and yeah. So anyway, let me show you how we're gonna do this. So first of all, let's put the powered mob spawner down. This thing is created in the, well, I didn't painting machine. No, recipe this thing. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so you'll need a Z-Lock controller, a head, some electrical seal. It's really not the hard stuff to make. Vibrant crystals, just take an emerald and some vibrant alloy. It's just not that great. And then you need to combine the powered spawner, an empty one, with a broken spawner in an anvil. Yeah, fun times. And then you can take a powered spawner. Let me see here. Recipe. Use? I don't remember exactly. Well, anyway, I figured this one. I did this one so it'll handle Enderman. So I'm going to stick it right here in the middle. This is where this first power cable is. I have the mid-range power because this takes a lot of power to run, but the system downstairs can handle it. I don't have it upgraded because I can't quite handle that. So there we go. It's currently set to be active without a signal. These lights up here are on the same insulated redstone conduit, and that runs over here to that switch, which you can see here. So that way I can turn that off and light the room when it's not being used, and that will keep other monsters from spawning in here. So how are we going to kill it? Well, I got power running over there, and then I have a mob grinder from Draconic Evolution. This is a pretty useful pretty useful device. It takes some diamonds and the draconic core and some draconium ingots and stuff. So it's not super cheap. So 4 diamonds plus draconium. That's how that. What is the recipe on that? Oh, a diamond and some draconium ingots. Thankfully, I had some draconium hanging around just from random mining. So it's not that hard to make. Yeah, and it's worth it. It uses a bit of power. It's not super cheap, but it drops experience and it drops items and it kills Enderman in one stroke. It doesn't allow them to teleport away. So let's put that down. Oh, and that's backwards. So let's turn it around. Ta-da! So you want the face facing the direction in which you are going to be stabbing things. What's wrong with this? It's not getting power for some reason. I don't know why that is. I couldn't tell you. Okay, well, let's put up the wall and see here. Maybe this is one of these things where let's it can be a little quirky. There we go. Now it has power. Good. Whoop. Yeah, I don't know why it is. What's going on, but it doesn't always recognize that it has the power that it needs to do its job. So there we go. Now that's buried in the wall. Perfect. And that just keeps running. It doesn't. If it's not being used, it doesn't require that much power, so why not, right? And so this is going to drop its items. And I don't want to lose the items. I don't want to lose the experience. So there are 2 different devices from Ender.io which we're going to utilize. An XP vacuum and a vacuum chest. So let's put down the XP vacuum up here. I put it right there. Right there. And I have a fluid conduit running around here as well. And that fluid conduit, this device, you do actually have to put a bucket of experience into here to start it, which I've already done, so you can see it has it, inside the device, I guess. But it will pump into a fluid conduit, and I have that running across the roof here, all the way through there, all the way across over here, and down into this tank. This tank will then pump from the tank into here. I might be able to just pump directly into the experience obelisk, but I don't know. I did it this way. You don't like it too bad, I guess. I don't know. This gives me an option that if I really need liquid experience for something, I can just click on that, throw a bucket in here, fill it up instead. And so I've been running this for a while, so you can see we have quite a bit of experience, which is pretty ridiculous. I can make any enchantment I want. There's not a huge number of enchantment options in this game, in the server, but hey, we got a few. I moved my enchanter and my dark steel anvil over here just to be convenient for the experience obelisk. Here's the redstone conduit. Yeah, so the next thing we'll need is to pick up vacuums? No, pick up items. So we'll put a vacuum chest just right above here. And then the range on this chest should be 4 right now. So it'll pick up this whole room. You can see this is the limit out to here. And it won't inconvenience me in case I drop something. And that's going to, let's get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. High range. We have item conduits, which just pumps these way over here. It comes instead of going that direction like those, it goes that direction. It goes over here, and then it pumps into these basic drawers. I did notice a bit of a flaw, so I'm going to resolve that by doing this, and then I'm going to put down, I don't know, we'll put that there, but that might not be the best way to do it. And I'm trying a little bit harder to make things look a little nicer here. I guess that's something. So I thought Endermen were the only thing this is going to kill, but over the course of running this for a day, I did get a lot of like just random mobs spawning in the room. So that's okay, but I need somewhere to dump that stuff. So what I've done is I've set these to be a higher priority, priority 10, and then I'm going to put this here. I don't want to extract. Let's do insert on priority 0. So if it's any of these Enderman stuff, it'll go into these right here, and otherwise it'll get dumped there. So if it's just something extra, yeah, there we go. I should just leave that off. I'm going to need to, because otherwise you can't get into the chest. So running it for, gosh, 24, 48 hours? I can't remember exactly, but I ran for a while. I've collected, so mostly what I want to do is I want to start collecting these dimlet parcels, because later on, if we want to make a universe, having a nice supply of these is going to give us a lot of options. And, you know, there's no easy, great way to get these except for doing what we're doing here. So I put a drawer down. I got 5, almost 6 stacks of them. So that is a damn good way to start. So let's break one of these open so you can see what it is. Pop. We got experience. Nice. So I got effects controllers, basic memory unit, and then a controller circuit. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. This is the whole dimlet thing has changed, and I haven't exactly looked into it too much. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is what it is. Okay. Let's put the roof back on here. I love this. I love chisels. I really do. All these extra like skinned item, blocks and stuff. There we go. I think we're ready to turn this back on and see how we do. So let's throw the wall back up and then flip it on. Oh, that was quick. He was just ready to freaking go. He's like, yep, I'm going to start. And are you going to break something? There we go. And let's see if it gets sucked up. Yep. Oh, yeah, everything got sucked up, and you can see it coming through there. Yep. It's dribbling through. It's not a ton. Ta-da! It's going into the tank. And then it's going in here, slowly. Nice. Now, we can upgrade this. Let me turn this back off. Oh, alright, well, I didn't need that, but we can upgrade this with a capacitor. But even with a double capacitor, it just takes up too much power, more than I can handle. So right now it's at 1600 RF, which is a lot. And it jumps up to like something like 8,000 or 6,000. And I can't keep up with that. So I will... So in order to run that, I'm gonna need more power. That's just all there is to it. We need more power. So, yeah, sometimes. Oh, I don't like that. And let's fix that. Yeah, that's not bad. That was good. So, yep, ender pearls. We've got more ender pearls than I know what to do with here. This is sort of ridiculous. A whole bunch of ender pearls. A decent number of ender heads, 6 stacks of them. I'm never going to use that many, so that's good. On all of these, you always want to make sure you put void upgrades on them. Let me do that. There we go. So void upgrades, and that's otherwise things are going to get backed up. This whole thing is going to stop working. Your void chest, your chest will get filled, or your the vacuum block or whatever the heck that's called, vacuum chest. Yeah, vacuum chest. That'll fill up, and then that's no good for anybody. So yeah. So let's take something I want to show is just how effective has this been. I ran this for a while. I actually stopped it because I had more than I knew what to do with. More stuff. So let's take a look at what we have. And then I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to deal with it here. So let's take a look at ore. We got 11,000 copper, 10,000 iron, a bunch of tin, a bunch of black quartz. I mean, maybe not a bunch. I don't know. And 1,000 gold, and then let's see here, redstone. Redstone, we have 15,000. That's a lot. Unfortunately, I don't think we're getting the resonating. I don't know if I made those or we're getting those or not. I don't know. Yeah, and let's see, diamond. 700 diamonds, so we're doing pretty good on diamonds. Yeah. Perfect. And let's see. Show you what I did to help deal with some of the stuff we're getting, or going to be getting. Is I expanded my drawers up here. The refined storage network is great. And I did expand how much storage we have. I added a couple of 16K. Oh, sorry, I added a 64K. Two 64Ks to go with the 16Ks I had. And they're getting... Well, a lot of the storage moved around. I moved a lot of the storage around, so... But still, that's 64K. That's... I mean, we're filling that up. So we're probably... Yeah, we're about half full. I was getting pretty close to full. So I turned off the quarry for that reason. And we have enough resources right now that we're going to have to deal with them. We're going to have to just figure out how to deal with them. I moved a lot of my redstone into a storage drawer. I moved a lot of stuff out of the system. Maybe 10,000 items out of the system and into more compacting drawers. I love compacting drawers for things where there's nuggets and blocks. So iron, we got nuggets, bars, and blocks. And now I don't even have to do any auto crafting. I can pull any of these 3 different pieces out. And it's really handy. I threw lapis in there and copper, and I put my netherrack in here because there is compressed netherrack. I don't think there's any use for compressed netherrack other than just as a storage medium. So right now, I'm not mining it, so I don't expect to need a lot of it, but 8,400. It's more than I need. But if I ever do start mining a dimension with netherrack in it or something, I don't know. Yeah, so I think the next step, and maybe I'll do that next video. We're running a little bit tight here. I don't think I have quite enough time to get to the next stage. I think what I'll next do is set up a mining processing, something that can keep up with the query and actually do something with all that stuff I'm getting so it's useful, or is not super useful. I can pull it out and throw it into my little manual system here, but that's not super helpful. I'll probably set something, I don't know about sag. I was thinking sag mills and alloy smelters, just to keep it with that. But the furnace, the fast furnace down there works really fast. So I don't know. It might be a couple of sag mills and then a couple of alloy smelters fed by a buffer chest on the input and then dumping to a chest. So I could do kind of what we're doing here and just use one importer on a chest and have everything dumped into that chest. The only downside is I'm going to have to somehow supply it with... Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. No, where am I? So I'm going to have to somehow supply it with flint. And I have, a handful of flint, but not like a super big, constant supply. So I'll have to figure that out. Maybe even just a sag mill, just a series of sag mills for cobblestone in the flint. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. And then the other thing is I'll have to figure out what to do with output that's not smeltable. Because there's going to be I guess cobblestone smelts, but there might be other things that, what is it called? Sulfur comes off of some things, and I don't know. There's sometimes just different things that we don't necessarily want. So I'll have to figure that out. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a buffer chest between these two, and then I can filter those things off. I don't know. We will figure it out. Alright, thank you for watching, everybody. And like always, if you would like to join me on the server, hop on Discord so we can talk about it. All right, have a great day, everybody.